Hey, what's up everyone? Ryan here, and I'm back with another College Football 26 Dynasty Mode Series video. It is time for the off-season episode of year 2 in this series, and what a historical season for this Purdue Boilermakers program. Ryan Gamer led this team to the first ever national championship in school history. I mean, this is a season we're never going to forget here on the Gamer Ability YouTube channel. But yes, a national championship year along with a Big Ten championship as well. When we took over this team was last place in the Big Ten. And remember, year 2 was a success because of the off-season episode in year 1. We had the best transfer portal you could ever imagine, and we're looking to do the same thing here in year 2 of this dynasty. So of course, this will be the entire offseason. Players leaving, we'll have the final recruiting, the transfer portal, we'll take a look at all the recruits, the offseason training, all of that leading up to the season schedule, the recruiting for next year, and then of course the depth chart for the next year. So no football will be played in today's episode. Always want to point that out. This is some people's favorite episode. I love the offseason, but it's also some people's least favorite because it's long and there's no football played. But it's a very important episode. That's why I always show everything to you all without cutting anything out so you all can see the entire process, because it's that process in year 1 in the offseason. That 3-hour video led to this national championship. We'll never forget that offseason. Let's hope we have another big transfer portal. But what a year. Big thank you to all of you all for the continued support on this series. The next episode will be the first game of the next year. So it's going to be awesome. Year 3 of this dynasty. And we won a national championship, which means at the end of this year, we got one more year with Purdue. Probably at the end of this year, if we have the right offer, we will be going to another school here for Ryan Gamer. We already won the national championship. Remember when I started this series, I did say that the main goal is to win a championship and then we'd move on, rebuild somebody else. So that's still the plan. We'll see how everything goes. It depends on what offers we get at the end of this year, of course. But if you all get some enjoyment today, drop a like. It really helps the channel, and subscribe for plenty more sports game content. But we're going to start today's episode with players leaving. Now, there's a lot, because keep in mind, a lot of our transfers were seniors. So, yeah, here we go. We're going to have a lot of players go pro, hopefully. So, we're going to lose Xavier Brown. You know, Xavier Brown is a big reason why we won the national championship. In the playoffs, he led our team in turnovers. I think he had a turnover in every single game, an interception. He's going to go pro in the second round. He deserves a first-round pick in my book. But congrats to Xavier Brown. We don't know. We'll see the draft results when we advance the week. Now, we do have 10 persuasions. That could really come in handy. Tuggle is transferring? No! Brand exposure. We won the national championship. He's our superstar. You gotta be kidding me. 97 catching, 88 catching traffic, 93 speed, 95 acceleration. Our difference maker. He's leaving. I'm going to try to persuade. It says persuasion chance low. Maybe we get lucky. Nope. Okay. Tuggle's leaving. Imagine winning a national championship and leaving. Nobody would do that. Tuggle would never do that in real life. We're losing a lot, so actually in the new transfer era of college football, it might happen. We're losing our left tackle. Why? Pro potential. Are you kidding me? Seabrooks? What? You can't make this stuff up. Jesse Watson, pro potential. Wright, pro potential. Playing time. Yates, pro potential. Pro potential. Pro potential. Pro potential. Pro potential. Pro potential. And playing time. Not to mention, here's what we're losing to graduation. Look, projected first rounder, our center, the best center in college football this year. Brady Small is going to be in the first round. Love that. Ashton Stamps, first round, 100% deserved. Dre, second round. That's our secondary. That's our 3 cornerbacks who dominated, all going to the NFL draft. Pro potential will be great next year. Can we just tell them? No. You'll be fine. They're all going pro this year, everybody. It's fine. It's fine. Please stay. Okay, who can we try to persuade? We definitely want to try to persuade Yates, I believe. No, not Yates. Which cornerback? I don't know if any of these. I mean, Watson, maybe? See the stats? No, I don't know about Watson. Seabrooks was a difference maker. I know it says very low. I never went on the medium or high one, so I'm going to try for Seabrooks. He's amazing. Why is he leaving? Not been persuaded. Good start to today's episode, but remember, we had a bad start last year to the offseason episode. This was a transfer we got, Gunner. He was one of our best offensive linemen, and now he's leaving. Like, 78 overall and 77, is that really that important to try to keep? I know it's medium. We do need a Selm linebacker, but he's not very good. So, I don't know, but actually, he's fast. Okay, he is good. 81 speed, 83 acceleration, 74 play recognition. Let's try it. I tell you, I have the worst luck on these. I've never had a persuasion work. Never. In any college football game, I've never had this work. Let's go with the player we really want to see back, which is this one right here. Gunner. You gotta be kidding me. Oh, wait, we have 10. Can we do it more than once? No? Okay, let's just try all the mediums, I guess. Nope. Nope. Okay, let's try Watson. No. Are we not sending Jerry to Spencer? Are you kidding me? We have a better kicker anyway, Spencer. I was a big fan of Spencer. I'm so sad he's leaving. Win a national championship, you lose everybody. Who do we try to get now? Lindsay, you're leaving too? Let's just try them all. No. And no. 0 for 10. Well, that's all the players leaving. Let's go ahead and advance the week and see the results of the NFL draft. I don't even know what to say. Besides, I am heartbroken to start today's episode, but remember, I was heartbroken after year 1 as well, seeing all the good players leave. That's a lot of transfers. We're going to have a lot of players in the NFL draft this year. That does not help us right now. Nothing you can do about pro potential during the year. It's all about overall. Your performance on the field doesn't matter. It's so frustrating. Taven Jackson should have went to the NFL. Our running back should have went to the NFL. In this game and in college football 25, it was all about overall. Their stats in the year do not matter for them getting drafted. That's wild to me. It needs to be included in the multiplier. But let's look at the draft results here before we go into the portal. So yes, Brady Small went in the first round. Ashton Stamp's first round. 2 first-round picks is awesome. Then 2 second-round picks. You all know the talent we had in that roster. We had a great roster. A lot of them left in the transfer portal, but a lot graduated too. We still have a lot of talent who stayed. Keep in mind, we really do. We have a lot of talent who stayed. We're never going to go after any recruits who cares about pro potential ever again. Simple as that. These were players who are probably already on our team, but a pretty good draft. But now, it is time for the offseason transfer portal and final recruiting here. This will be 4 weeks here. Wow, national championship win. Who wants to come play for Ryan Gamer, the Purdue Boilermakers? I can't even talk after that transfer. The amount of players we had transfer, I don't even know what to say. I guess we could take a final look at our recruits here. We can see our development traits for all of them. So star development, impact, normal, impact, impact development, normal development, star development. We have quite a few stars already. Impact development, star development, normal development. We lost James to Michigan. Who won the national championship, James? Do I need to remind you? Wolf locked out for some reason. Okay, let's go ahead and remove this one from the list here. You go to Michigan. And Wolf is one who we really wanted. Why are we locked out? What is his deal breaker? What did we do wrong this time? Pro potential. You gotta be kidding me. The draft hasn't happened yet. It's not my fault these players didn't go pro. They just... Okay. Wow. So these were players that we were scouting but didn't recruit yet because we were up on the list. Now, I'm not too worried about many of these. I do want to go after Otis just because he really wants to go to Purdue. So I'm not going to do much with him. I'm just going to spend 10 hours here. He's probably going to choose Purdue anyways. It's because we need a Mike linebacker for the future. And we can probably go ahead and keep Max Lloyd on the list. Let's get rid of this one. And Max Lloyd, 87 speed, 91 acceleration is not great, but we're not looking for starters right now. We're looking for talent to develop. What's his pro potential? All right. Well, pro potential, you say. Oh. Too soon. Too soon. Are we going to remove him from the list because of that? And go after this receiver or speedster? Yes, we are. Yes, we are. We'll add 10 hours to him. We'll add 10 here too. I'm not worried about too many hours here. Look, we're competing against UK here. If we add more, I mean, I don't want to spend as much time on normal recruits here. This is where I focus on the transfer portal, obviously. But these were still recruits we were looking at. And the rest, I'm just going to remove from the list here. We don't need many 3 stars here. At least I don't think we. There's an athlete. Maybe we do. Agile, athletic, offensive lineman. Yeah, maybe we go after Jimmy. Scouted 100%. Actually, not bad. I mean, not a starter, obviously, but could develop into something special. Not a gem, though. No, not going for him. Okay, so we're going to start with that there. But now we're going to go to the transfer portal. That's the end of actually looking at all the off-season recruiting. Now it's strictly into the transfer portal. Tuggle, are you kidding me? Let's get him back. Let's get him back, everybody. Are we even on? We're not even on his list. Oh, he'll be on our list. We'll be on his list. Guaranteed. Who's our interest? Where's number 6 interest? Tuggle, I tell ya. Okay, let's actually look at all 5-star first. Are there any? There's none with interest. Okay, so no 5-star when I come to Purdue. Okay. Oh, that's prospect. I meant to go to transfer. Here we go. So Tuggle was in the transfer, obviously, but I want to go to 5-star or 4-star. Yeah, 4-star transfer. Are there 5-star transfers? No. Okay. I didn't think so. Okay, so we're going to look at the number 1, which is Nizaya Hunter, a speedster receiver from Oregon. Okay, that's a year right there. That could be a difference maker. Number 8 in the list, the number 1 player in the transfer portal. We may not need Tuggle. And look, quarterbacks love us, I tell you. I mean, quarterbacks love us. Add them to the list. Welcome to Purdue. Quarterback, Eli Holstein from Mississippi State. Wasn't Eli Holstein on Pittsburgh at one point as well? I could be wrong. We went to the transfer portal for quarterback last year. He's a dual threat quarterback. I think, yes, he had a great year last year. He doesn't want to play with the cowbell anymore. Who wants to? Who wants to hear that cowbell every single home game? We'll save him from the cowbell. And he had a great rushing year as well. That would be a game changer if we can land him. Defensive tackle, Jamarius Brown from Ole Miss. Free safety, Micah Strickland from Army. Add him to the list. Jaden Jackson from Oklahoma, pure power defensive tackle. Add him to the list. This could be another big year. Deshaun Spears from UTSA. Number 1, Purdue. Add him to the list. Chasen Johnson. Bump and run cornerback that fits my playstyle beautifully from USC. Add him to the list. Overton, Jeff Overton, a halfback. We do need a halfback this year, I believe. Did we lose our halfbacks? I think they were both seniors. I could be wrong. A transfer freshman? That would be huge. From Virginia Tech. Yes, welcome to Purdue. I'm not paying attention to deal breakers right now. Wait, Bryce Baker, dual threat quarterback from Bowling Green. I'm going to say probably no. I'd rather have Eli. Running back Jay Haynes from Texas Tech. Did not have a great year, but obviously he probably didn't get to play much. He's a 4-star. Maybe we go with this other halfback who has this number 1. Bill Davis. Elusive Bruiser. Sounds sick. What year is this other one? Junior? They're both juniors. Let's go for the one who wants to come to Purdue. He didn't get a chance to play out of Alabama. Okay. Yeah, I'll take talent from Alabama. You better believe it. Harlem Berry, east to west playmaker, halfback, sophomore. We're number 3. He's from LSU. Obviously didn't get to play much last year. I tell you, I love the transfer portal. They did such a good job with the transfer portal compared to last year to make it realistic. I mean, players transfer all the time now. It's just what they do. It's a free agency every single year. It would be a nightmare to be a college football coach in today's era. It really would. It would be so tough to be a coach in college football. I mean, with the turnover, you have more turnover in college football than in the NFL, which is wild to even say out loud, but it's true. Maybe we look for Harlem Berry. We have plenty of hours. We have 1,200 hours. Trey Owens from Texas, backfield creator, 6'5", 228 pounds, a sophomore, could be the quarterback of the future, has not played a snap. Add him to the list. Does he care? Oh, he cares about playing time. Oh, well, don't add him to the list then. Right? I mean, if he cares about playing time, we could always scout him and see. Is he better than Eli Holstein? I don't know. Oh, we need a right tackle. Raw strength, 6'6", 321 pounds from Iowa. Add him to the list. Now, we should probably go look only now. We should probably go back and go to we should probably go to the recommended. Or maybe 4-star and just... Is that all that... I think I have it sorted by interest. No, I don't. Yeah, let's go here. This is important. Davion Kerr from Syracuse. UK's number 1. Purdue number 2. Go Wildcats. But yeah, we're going to add them to the list. Anybody who has this in the top 5, we should add. Gabriel Relaford from Mississippi State. Nobody wants to hear the cowbell. They're all wanting to leave. I don't blame them. Malcolm Ziegler, strong safety. Add them to the list. Steve Angeli, Notre Dame's quarterback. Well, backup last year. I guess didn't get to play and was not going to play this year again either. Wants to play as a senior. I mean, I don't think so. Pocket passer, 6'2", 209? No. Yeah, right. No wonder a lot of teams are not interested. So, is that? We're full on targets right now. But I just wanted to see any other names that I'm missing or any other ones I could get. And, you know, we'll be removing people off the list as well. That's just a preliminary list here. And honestly, we're probably going to move all these recruits off right here. Because we may put 5 hours on them. We want to go all in on all of these. And I don't care about scouting whatsoever. You all know how I do the transfer. I full send. Now, I will scout this quarterback, though. I say that. But I do want to scout. I feel like we would rather have Holstein. Poor Ryan Brown. Ryan Brown is probably not going to start again. Alabama. I'm not afraid of Alabama. Who wants Trey Owens? USC. Okay, I'm not afraid of either of those. I should be. Okay, so let's go ahead and we want to go all in on Eli here. We're going to send the house. We're going to have Jerry send him a couple cars and an extra house. And we can't schedule the visit yet. So we're just going to max out the hours that we can there. We're going to move them up to the top, the transfer portal there. And Tuggle. We want Tuggle back. He was a game changer last year. We definitely want him back. Look at all these teams that want him, but we have the pipeline boost. We're going to go after him again. He'll leave next year due to pro potential, but it's fine. And then Hunter here, a speedster receiver. I don't really need to scout. I believe I know this player, and he's super fast. So I'm just going to sit in the house. The problem is we're going to run out of spots for visits. Now, but what we found out last year, the visits really weren't too important. We locked in a lot of them without visits. So Brian Nelson, we do need cornerbacks. We lost the best cornerbacks in college football. So yeah, we have the best defense in college football. We're going to sit in the house. How many houses do we have to send? A whole bunch. And then Jalen Braxton, offer scholarship, send the house. If we can scout later, we will. But keep in mind, the AI does not send the house right away. They don't do what I do. They don't add 1,000 people and send the house to everybody. We send houses at Purdue. So you can get a big jump on the AI in week 1 because they do not do it like this. Micah Strickland, free safety hybrid. They don't. They're just not as aggressive in week 1 of the transfer portal. They're aggressive in all the other categories. But remember last year when I said this is too many people. This is too many people. And I kept saying you're all going to give me a hard time. It worked out. So yeah, give me a hard time again. Deshaun Spears, add him to the list, send the house. We have a lot of houses to send here at Purdue after winning a national championship. And just keep sending the house, offer the scholarship. And a lot of teams don't even offer the scholarship right away in the transfer portal either. But we know what we're doing. I'm not even on Jeff Overton's list here. That's fine. You know, you get so many hours here. We have 1,200, and you could use that to scout if that's what your strategy is. Or you could use it like I do. I'm not saying one way is wrong or one way is right. That's the beauty of being a head coach. You can do whatever you want. Sometimes it's the right decision and it works out. Sometimes it comes back to bite you when you're left with 20 halfbacks. And yeah, how many halfbacks are we going after right now? Do we even need a halfback? Let's actually take a look at the team needs before. We looked at the team needs at the end of the last year, so we already knew. Yeah, okay. Oh wait, Kobe Martin is a sophomore and Justin Marshall is a junior? You don't say. Wait, they didn't transfer out. Let's go ahead and go after just one running back then. We only were going after 3 down there, but we don't need to go after. Max Lloyd we can develop. I don't think that's a bad thing to go after him. But yeah, I think we go after only one of these running backs. Let's go after the one that's number 1 on the list. Let's get rid of Jeff Overton and go after Bill Davis. Yeah. And then we don't need to go after Harlem Berry. That's too many. He's a sophomore, though, which... Ooh. Number 3 on the list and a sophomore. Develop for the future. You know, we don't know the speeds of these 2 players. Bill Davis is an elusive bruiser, which could come in very handy. Harlem Berry is an east-to-west playmaker. Very different styles here. We got to look at the competition. I feel like we're probably not winning this battle due to pipeline. Even though sophomore would be better to go after, but we're already number 1 here. We can compete with all those schools. I say we stay after Bill Davis. And yeah, Bill Davis, do you all see his height? Let's go back to him. He's 5'9", but 237 pounds. He might be a fullback for our team next year, honestly. Okay, now let's take a look at Trey Owens. Do we need Trey? We go with Eli Holstein, maybe. I think for now, we have the hours to add them both. And that's what we're going to do. We'll make the decision later. We don't have to make it now. Do we only have 1 offensive lineman in this? Because if that's the case, we're going to... Yeah, I think we do. We're going to have to make some changes. We're going to have to see if we can bring in some more offensive linemen. Because we lost quite a bit on the offensive line. We have ones in development. Oh, boy. Okay, never mind. They're not too bad. Yeah, they're not great. Okay. Well, usually I go for best available in the transfer portal at every position. But we're going to have to maybe change things up here and go after a couple offensive linemen. So, wow. We may have to fully change this around. Let's go to the list. Transfer portal. Let's go to 4-star. Offensive lineman. Okay, only one more right tackle to add. Anderson, we're 8th. Oh, no wonder we don't have a lot of offensive linemen on the list. There are no guards and no centers that want to transfer. Good. So no wonder we didn't have a lot of offensive linemen on there, but let's make sure we move them up. You gotta be kidding me. Offer a scholarship. And don't we need a Mike linebacker? I'm pretty sure we need a Mike as well. So we're gonna go find a Mike. Sit in the house. Look at this. Did anybody else love the transfer portal and go all in on transfer portal? I feel like I'm better at the transfer portal in this game than I am the regular season scouting. But we have one more spot, and I think we need a Mike linebacker. Let's actually see. I think we did have a recruit from last year. How do we get to team needs? Right click. Okay. Do we need a Mike? We need everything. We lost our entire team. I mean, you can see that right there. Mike. Calendar's gone. Yeah, senior. We have that one Mike linebacker. Well, do you all think we're going to win a game next year? Look at this. We won't have a roster. We're going to drop from 86 overall to like 70. I don't think that's the case, though, because we had the off-season training that I always forget about. We had the off-season training. There's not a lot of great defensive talent here in the transfer portal, which is not ideal. That is truly not ideal. Let's take a look at edge. Nobody. Defensive tackle. We added all the ones. Yeah, we added all the ones that were recommended. Nope. Why are we locked out? Wait, is that just, am I saying nope because no, our recruits are not full. Those are ones that we're locked out of. Wow. It's wild because we still have one more target left. So it's not that we're out of space. It's that we're locked out. Do the deal breaker. Well, yeah, we're locked out of all those besides the ones we have on the list already, obviously. Outside linebacker, none. Mike, none. Cornerbacks, there's one more to add. Hermione McLean. That could be our final recruit. Let's not add them yet. Let's take a look at everything. Free safety. We had, that's the other one we're going to go after, that free safety, I think, right? No, we have a couple others already on the list. Strong safety, we have one on the list. So let's add that other cornerback, I guess. We're going after basically everyone we can. A lot of cornerbacks again. But again, keep in mind, we're probably not going to get all these. I said that last year, and we did actually get them all. So now we have more hours. That means we can scout, and I want to scout the 2 quarterbacks. Okay, 95 throw power. Accuracy, not great. Speed, not great. And not the best abilities. I'm not a huge fan of Trey Owens. Okay, now let's go to hosting. Wasn't this the player who dominated against us in College Football 25 for Kentucky? Yeah, that'll do. That'll do. Mobile resistance. 6'4", 227 pounds. Throw power of 94, 88 awareness, 86 throw on the run, 84 speed, and 88 acceleration. This is going to be just like Taven Jackson, except a little bit better. Oh, boy. So we can add more hours to a couple of these recruits since we have it. Well, no, we need to save hours because we need to schedule visits next week. Do you get more? Let's just go ahead and max it out, and we can take some off. Let's give them that boost right now. We're just gonna give them that boost. Yeah, max out our hours here. So there you have it. Transfer portal week 1. Let's go into week 2 here of the transfer portal and see how it goes. We're gonna have to schedule visits. and see what happens. But this could be another historical transfer portal, and if it's not, we're in trouble. This team's in trouble. It's as simple as that. We lost everybody, and this is a brand new team next year. Can we still win? Yes. We have a system that we don't have to have the greatest players to execute our system. Well, actually, we do to win. So never mind. We do. I forgot our defense carried us all year. It wasn't about our offense. Yeah, our system on offense allowed us to score, but our defense is the reason we were able to do that. So here we go into week 2 of the transfer portal. Jeremiah DePalma first, a route artist. Oh, no. Okay, these are the ones we already signed. That's right. Go to the transfer. Otis Combs. We're already first on these. These were the other recruits. Now into the transfer portal. Eli Holstein. No, you're not going to Alabama. Wrong button. You're not going to Alabama, Eli. No. We're going to schedule you a visit. We're going to make sure we stack it with the offensive talent. What is his championship contender? We're A+. We're the best team in college football. Welcome to Purdue. Go ahead and lock it in. Let's bring a receiver, right? Let's bring a receiver. He'll want to have a receiver with the visit. Here we go. Nitro Tuggle. Look, he wants to go to Purdue. Look, welcome back. Welcome back. Okay, we're going to... You notice how a lot of the other players who transferred away, they transferred away for different reasons, and they weren't even on our list because of pro potential, right? No, our pro potential's better now. It wasn't then, but it is now because the draft already happened. I think it said it was B. But yeah, schedule the visit here. Week 1, a complimentary visit with Eli Holstein. That's what we're trying to do. Let's put an offensive lineman in there as well. His deal breaker is brand exposure. Well, I mean, we'll lead with that. So we can't take a gamble and guess. We have to go brand exposure. It'd be wild if we didn't go on the... I know it's a B, but it's still better than guessing and being wrong. And then Isaiah Hunter is not ready for a visit. That works out. Oh, it's close. That's going to be a battle. Brian Nelson II. It's a battle against Texas A&M. Can we schedule a visit? No, we can't. Jalen Braxton. We are up there battling against Texas A&M. We can't schedule a visit yet. And we can't hard sell yet either. Demarius Brown. Defensive tackle who I would love to pick up. Let's go ahead and... Can we... I don't think we can do it. Yeah, we can't do anything. Can't schedule a visit. Micah Strickland. Yes, we're leading the way. A free safety hybrid. Transfer freshman, everybody. That would be amazing if we could pull that off. It's because of playing style. You know, cornerbacks and free safeties love our playing style. It's because we have a great defense. Jaden Jackson. He's not really convinced. We'll send Jerry with him next week. We can't schedule a visit. We're probably not going to get him. The pipeline in Florida, he loves him. And he's from Indianapolis, Indiana. Is he... Wait, was he on our team? Was Jackson on our team? Was he one of the transfers? That might be the case. But Deshaun Spears here. I mean, maxed out for Purdue. Another free safety, though. We could move. We can... And sophomore. Does he care about playing time? No, championship contender. Those are the ones you want. As long as you win. Chasen Johnson. A+ playing style. Love that. We're dominating. We run bump and run all the time. At least we did last year. We can't schedule a visit yet. We can schedule a visit with Bill Davis. Isn't this another complimentary visit? Wait, it's not? Huh. Let's not schedule it yet. We want to schedule an offensive lineman or something else who gives another complimentary visit. He likes us anyways. We're number 1. Trey Owens, quarterback. We're not going to schedule him on the same day. I don't love his stats. This is basically we're thinking of a backup quarterback. So we're not going to really pursue him very much. This would be a quarterback of the future who wants playing time. So that's just not going to work. Lewis Wall. This is one that our quarterback's going to love. Lewis Wall, a right tackle, raw strength. And we can't schedule a visit yet. Are you kidding me? What about the right tackle? The other right tackle. We can. And a complimentary visit. Oh, boy. Yes. Yes. What's his deal breaker? Championship contender. You better believe we're going to win a championship. Oh, boy. We might lock in Eli Holstein, everybody. A quarterback who can lead us back to the national championship. We got to have a line to block for him, though. That starts with getting both of those right tackles and moving one of them. Okay, we have one more visit. Is there another complimentary visit? There is not. So then, who's closest that we really want, that we can schedule a visit? Probably Bill Davis. We're good on running backs, though. It's tough. Already had that visit scheduled. Davion Kerr, we're leading the way. We can schedule a visit if we need to. Gabriel Relaford. Can't schedule a visit. Okay, we're good. Second to Clemson there. Can we schedule a visit? We can. Well, and we can hard sell. No, we can't. We don't have any unlocked, so definitely not. You could just guess if you want to risk it. But we don't really need to risk it there. Now, the question is, who's the closest? We know we need cornerbacks. We need cornerbacks more than running backs. And he's number 1 against Kentucky. Now, I think we can win against Kentucky anyways, but it's Michigan's pipeline that really worries me. We have a pro potential A for cornerbacks. So I forgot that pro potential is different per position. I believe it is. Correct me if I'm wrong, YouTube. Let's go ahead and schedule this cornerback here. We don't have another complimentary visit. I thought why is the running back not a complimentary visit to the quarterback? I guess because, well, wait, no, this boosts our right tackle. We're doing the running back. Yeah, it boosts our right tackle. We're definitely doing that. So we're going to lock that in. And A+ playing time. Love that. Okay, so that's going to be a great visit. And our quarterback's going to have a great visit as well. I think that's 2 complimentary visits for a quarterback. And we still have other visits we can schedule here. I guess the question becomes, is it worth scheduling ahead? We don't really need to schedule week 3 yet. We just got to schedule week 2 this week. Or do we? No. I mean, yeah, we can schedule. We can wait. I'm going to wait on the other ones. I'm not too worried about it right now. Let's go ahead and advance the week. We're going into week 3 of the transfer portal. This is nerve-wracking. This is how we won last year, this transfer portal. So let's do it again. Who would have thought the offseason would have been the most important episode? And it's honestly always one of my favorites. I know it's a long episode, but it's all business. You know, it's all business. Part of a business for this Purdue Boilermakers team. I feel like it's a focus episode. I don't usually get distracted too much. It's straight on to the business of what we're doing, obviously. Not many life stories in this. But yeah, let's go ahead down and see what we have. Eli, are you kidding me? What did Alabama offer you? Did they offer you 2 houses? How many houses did Alabama offer you? What is Alabama doing that we're not? Hard selling, clearly. Ryan Brown might be the quarterback, everybody. He really might. Ryan Brown might be the quarterback for our team. I don't think we win the hard sell against Alabama. They have all A+, I believe. Oh, that has to be it. A+, B-. There's still a shot. It's a long shot. It is a long shot. How did the visit not go very well? It did. Look, it went great. And a couple complimentary ones as well. It went great. But, wow, he wants to go to Alabama for some reason. And they have a visit scheduled in week 3. We're going to lose him. That's rough. That's rough. So, well, I guess we're going after Trey Owens. We're already going after him anyways, but I guess we should schedule his visit. And it's going to be a quarterback battle between him and Ryan Brown. I think Ryan Brown might be the starter this year, but this will be a starter next year. No, he cares about playing time. If we don't play him, I don't think he's going to be too happy. He's going to transfer out. But he'll be good in case an injury goes down, or if somebody goes down with an injury. So I'm not going to... Wait, we can't schedule a visit? Somebody else has one? Oh, are you kidding me? Okay, well, we're gonna schedule a visit for. We're gonna lose that on him too. Wow, we can't even hard sell. I think I guess go ahead and lock him in for week 4. Just in case he waits to decide. I don't know. That's not ideal. He's going to be a good quarterback, but he's not near as good as Eli Holstein. Let's go back to the top. I'm kind of heartbroken that visit went great, but still, we're not even close to Alabama. But Alabama, their coaches probably give them like 75 points to spend per week. We only have 50. We do not have any elite recruiters whatsoever. We're about team building in the offseason, motivators. Tuggle says, I'm coming back to Purdue. Love to see it. We don't need to change a thing. We don't have any interest unlocked. We're not going to do any type of swaying. And Hunter here, we are number 4. It's not great. We haven't scheduled a visit yet because we couldn't. Let's go ahead and schedule that and do it for conference prestige. A+. So hopefully that goes well. And then Brian Nelson, number 2 against Texas A&M. Only 1 interest. We can't hard sell. We have a C coach stability. Wait. How? We didn't lose any coaches. Did I miss? No, we definitely didn't lose any coaches. We looked at that. I don't know what that's about. Or is Ryan Gamer going to get fired? Or did they already know that since we won a national championship that's Ryan's last year? I don't know. Schedule a visit? I mean, yes. As soon as we can. Week 3, I know it's not a complimentary visit, but it's fine. And what's his deal breaker playing style? We have that. I tell you, cornerbacks love head coach Ryan Gamer. All of them. Demarius Brown. A battle against... Is that Tulane? I'm not an expert in college football logos, but it looks like Tulane. Let's do a complimentary visit. Wait, that's not a complimentary visit with a cornerback on defense? Or maybe it's just not showing up? I feel like it should be. I'm going to schedule it. Championship contender. We got that. Okay, now Micah Strickland. Free safety. It's close. It is really close. That's Arkansas, I think, in 2nd. So that's a complimentary visit. There we go. Free safety and cornerback. Lock it in. What does he care about? Playing style. We have that too. Jaden Jackson. No, we're not going to get him. Florida's pipeline. They are dominating in the transfer portal right now. They're having a year like we had last year. We can schedule a visit in week 4, but I think we wait on that because we have time to still do that. Well, no, we could lose out on them. But I think there's other players we're going to want to get. We could stack up defensive tackle. Is there another defensive tackle on this list? I know we have another one up there. I think we do. We have no pipeline. I don't think we're going to get him. Sean Spears. Doing pretty good there. We could schedule a visit for next week on championship contender. Cornerback, Chasen Johnson. We're number 3. That's a close battle. Bill Davis loves us now after that visit. Why didn't he have the visit like Eli Holstein? He was with them. Trey Owens doesn't love us anymore. We need Wall here. Can we schedule a visit? Yes, we can. It's got to be week 4, and we have a complimentary visit with the other quarterback who's not going to go with us. Coach Prestige, A+. Let's go, head coach Ryan Gamer. Teague Anderson, number 1 right tackle. We're dominating there. Yeah, we're in good shape. And David Kerr, we have so many cornerbacks on this list, which is good. Oh, we locked out of this one because we had too many. It's probably playing time. Oh, no, never mind. We just got locked out of the position. Okay, that makes, I guess, the rest of our decisions a little bit easier. We have a couple visits to schedule. I think we definitely go for the right here because this is another complimentary visit. Oh, he already has a visit scheduled, though. Well, okay. I think we definitely need the edge rusher. And we're competing against Alabama. Let's schedule that visit week 4. I think he's going to... I don't know. Wait, it says he has another visit on week 3. Who is it? Championship contender. Yeah, I'm not sure who his other visit is. It doesn't show up there, but he's booked in for week 3. So we could get another complimentary visit with a strong safety. We have 2 other free safeties. We can move one of their positions. Do we really need to go after another strong safety? I don't think we really do. But it could just stack up on these cornerbacks for the future. Every cornerback loves our playing style. I mean, we're going to be called the cornerback college, right? Because we just go after all the cornerbacks. It's just what we do. I don't know which other one to schedule a visit with, honestly. This is a battle of freshmen. Then we go with the freshmen. Oh, we can't. Already has them set out. Okay. Well, isn't there another freshman up here that we... Not freshman, but a sophomore that we could schedule a visit on right here? Nope. Locked out as well. Okay. I think this is the only one we have left we can schedule. Oh, no. I maxed them out 4 out of 4. I just now see that. You all were probably yelling at the screen there. Oh, okay. So that's it. That's all we can do. Now we just got to hope that all this works out. The transfer portal continues. Here we go. Advance the time. Come on, give us something good. What do you all think? Wait, look at this. Otis Combs, Mike linebacker. This is the 3-star recruit. Not a very exciting one, but I can see a lot of first on this screen here. Love to see that. But I don't know if this is going to be one of those transfer portals that we're talking about for years to come. I think we already had our best one. We did. Best one you could ever imagine after year 1. And this one is shaping up to be special, but not as of special. Are you kidding me, Eli? Okay, you don't want to win a national championship. I see. I see how it is. You don't want to win a national championship? All right. I hope we play Alabama this year. Actually, no, I don't. No, I don't. I hope we don't play Alabama this year. Far from ever playing Alabama. No interest unlocked for Nitro, but he's going to come back to Purdue. Love that. Hunter. It is a battle with UCLA. Oh boy, he had a good visit though, but I don't know. UCLA has the pipeline. He's probably going to UCLA. And then Brian Nelson is going to go to Texas A&M. We have a terrible, terrible grades. Look, C and an F. Yeah, he's not going to Purdue. Jalen Braxton, there's going to be a battle here. And he has a visit. He had a visit, had a good visit. And F and A+. Are you kidding me? Wait, why do we have an F playing styles right now? On cornerbacks. They've been A+ the entire time. What happened? What happened? Does anybody know what changed in playing style? The season? Oh, never. I'm looking at playing time. It's because we're recruiting too many cornerbacks. I forgot about that. Well, I actually knew that, but it didn't affect us last year, but it is this year. Well, okay, Jamaris Brown at least is going to choose Purdue. Micah Strickland is going to choose Purdue, free safety. Jaden Jackson is not going to choose Purdue. Sean Spears is going to choose Purdue. Jason Johnson is going to choose maybe Purdue. Schedule a visit. We can't. We're out. And how did we lose Bill Davis? Playing time? Wait, how? We don't have any other running backs in our list. Because of our recruit. You've got to be kidding me. Well, let's make sure we get that recruit now. I don't even know what to say. I didn't even notice that halfback. But one other halfback. And I know we have great starters next year. I guess he finally noticed that. You all realize that he still might come to Purdue? I doubt it. Locked out of Trey Owens because we're not in the top 2. We knew it was a long shot there. Well, this is not going as planned, everybody. Last year, we just got lucky. We knew that. Look, we're going to get Wall, though. What a great name for an offensive lineman, Wall. Don't have enough interest to hard sell. We did not get lucky with interest at all. This is the most unlucky I've ever gotten in the transfer portal. It really is. This is a really bad transfer portal. We're going to lose to Oregon's pipeline. And they probably had more motivations unlocked. And we're going to lose Davion Kerr as well. I tell ya, we've lost them all. They've got their interest before us, and they have no really foul to, or no kind of downside of hard selling. Well, that happened. That happened, everybody. Okay. That did not go as expected. Now, I am actually tempted to remove that other running back off the list. Just so we're not locked out of that other running back. They're both elusive bruisers. I mean, this one, we're locked in. He's definitely going to choose Purdue, but he's only 87 speed. I'm tempted to remove him and go with build it. No, he's a junior. I'm not worried about it. I'm really not. We still have some good recruits we can get here, and Kentucky's winning this battle. Well, Kentucky, are you kidding me? I'm a huge Wildcats fan, and you all are out here sabotaging my transfer portal. They said the same thing last year, along with every other team in college football. I mean, that's all we can really do. We've already got all the transfers on here that we could get. And, okay, we just got to maybe get lucky on the weekly advance. That's what we got going on. I guess we should check. Do we have a punter and kicker? I know we had a freshman kicker. We have a kicker, and we have 2 punters. So we're good. We don't have a long snapper. Wait. We don't need a long snapper because we just play a center there. I believe. I could be wrong. Is there a long snapper position? I've always just missed it. There is on Madden. Like, it'll actually show long snapper. There is not. Okay. So, yeah, I think that concludes the transfer portal. We'll see the results next week. Let's advance it and see what happens here in the signing day. I think it advances to signing day, and we see all the official recruits, we see all their stats and the developments of each. Who do we lock in? Nitro Tuggle is back with Purdue. National champion last year, wants to do it again. Deshaun Spears, free safety. Love that. And then Bill Davis. He still came to I almost said Kentucky, not Kentucky. He still came to Purdue, everybody. Bill Davis, come on. Wow, that was close. We almost lost him due to playing time. Jamarius Brown, defensive tackle. We still got some really good recruits here, everybody. Max Loiter, really good transfers. Another running back, that's the recruit. He'll be a freshman next year. Lewis Wall here from Iowa. That is a huge pickup at right tackle. We need him. And we lost the other right tackle, it looks like. That's fine. So we got 6. Is that it? We only got 6 transfers compared to 20 last year. Are we going to have a team next year? I mean, I'm over-exaggerating a little bit, but let's go to National Signing Day and see the results. We'll get to see all of our recruits. We already saw their development traits, but we'll actually get to see the overalls here. I think, oh no, I guess we won't. Yeah, we already saw the developments. We already saw who we picked up, but in position changes, we can see them. So obviously we can see them in the position changes. For some reason, I was thinking the attributes show up here. So we lost Kevin, that wide receiver we wanted from Kentucky, Franklin, Kentucky, and he goes to my Wildcats. And yeah, you can see where everybody went here. Just a rough transfer portal. They got the interest. So here's the thing. We got unlucky. We sent the house and still didn't unlock the motivations. These other big schools, a lot of them had more hours they could spend as well with elite recruiters. We don't have any elite recruiters. So We did not have the playing style. Playing style won us last year. If you remember, we unlocked their interest fast. We were able to hard sell. We were not able to hard sell once this year. Maybe, I think, one recruit. And it just was not a lucky transfer portal. I said last year it was the luckiest transfer portal you can ever imagine. And yeah, it was lucky, and it's simple as that. Now it's time for position changes, though. So let's see the athletes. I think we've recruited maybe 1 or 2 athletes. I could be wrong. Let's change positions, though. We have 2 of them. Ben Lucian. Oh, my. 75 overall? Are you kidding me? What a pickup. Backfield threat. That's an athlete right there. Let's see what position he's the best at. Halfback. Yes. He has safety valve, recoup, the natural, winning time, and road dog. Yes. He'll be good. 88 speed, 92 acceleration. Ben is going to be really good. We're going to put him at halfback all day, every day. Let him develop. Let him develop. What's his deal breaker? Playing style. We throw a lot. We have an A+ right now, though. Well, we throw to our running backs all the time. So I think he's going to be fine. Let's go to the other athlete. I think we had one more. So Zay Mixon, freshman, 74 overall. Another good find. 90 speed, 92 acceleration, and tight end. 5'10"? No, no, let's not get carried away. 5'10"? He's good at run. I see why. He's good at run blocking and pass blocking. He's tiny. We're not going to have it. Wait. Now, he would be unstoppable at tight end as far as receiving. We don't have our tight ends block very much with our spread offense. This is crazy. I know you all are like, Ryan, that makes no sense. It doesn't. It doesn't make any sense. He's small. But also, he could really fit in our running back. Because look at him. Change direction is really good. He could be a good running back. And we could use him as a receiving back. What's his catching? There it is, 79. Oh, he needs to be a receiver or tight end. A tight end's 5'10" is so tiny. 5'10", but 209? You know, it's not your typical tight end size. Spectacular catch, 74. He's definitely a receiver. 78 catch in traffic. I know he's the best at tight end, though, because he's good at blocking, which makes no sense to me. Road dog, fan favorite, clear-headed. It's just crazy that I'm even thinking about this. Keep in mind, we converted a tight end last year, an athlete who was small, and he had a great year at tight end. And he was slower than Zay Mixon is. Zay Mixon at 90 speed. Pretty good catch in traffic, but also as a slot receiver, he's going to be amazing. But it's his blocking that amazes me. His blocking and everything makes me want to put him at halfback. We don't block with our running backs, though. That is a tough choice, honestly. It's between these 3. Wide receiver, halfback, or tight end. His best position is a tight end, believe it or not. It's crazy that he has 64 run block, 5'10", 209. That just seems like a tiny tight end. 54 pass block. I feel like it's got to be either halfback or receiver. I feel like he's going to get to play more at receiver. I don't think he's going to. Do we ever run a 2 tight end set? I'm not sure if we ever. How many 2 tight end sets did we ever run last year? I don't think we ever really did. We run a lot of wide receiver sets. So I think since that's the case, we're going to move him to. We're going to put him at wide receiver. That's going to give him a chance to play more. So yeah, I think wide receiver, he's going to play a lot more. He's going to be really good in the future as he develops. That's a really good talent right there. That's 2 really good athletes we discovered. Now let's actually sort it by freshmen and take a look at all our freshmen's overalls. It's always a fun thing to do. We already saw all of our freshmen dev traits, which we can still see them at the bottom right. So here we go. Brian Bryant, a right edge, normal development trait, 72 overall. Zay Mixon, 72 overall, impact development, wide receiver. That's the one we just changed. Ben, ya boy, A cool name. 88 speed, not the fastest player, but can get really good. Has good awareness as a freshman. 72 overall cornerback. And then John Steven, this is a red-shirted freshman, so not the same thing. We already had him. And then Reggie Felix, 73 overall. This is a great freshman class already from just their overall standpoint. Look at all those physical and mental abilities as well. He's going to be an absolute game changer. Then we got Matt Hearns here. Quick jump. Oh, boy. Why is he a cornerback? Wait, why does a cornerback have quick jump? If we move his position, he's going to lose it. That's the frustrating thing with position changes. He's going to lose quick jump. He needs to be a defensive end. Wait, why can't we change his... Oh, wait, why can't we change his position? Okay. Yeah, we can't change his position. But why... Wait, why is he a cornerback? That's interesting. Why would a cornerback have quick jump? That makes no sense, but he's impact development. Then we have Evans Chuba, a quarterback that we picked up. 74 overall. That's not the one we picked up. He's been on the roster. I need to sort it by freshman again. Okay, here we go. Where were we? Hearns. And we're on Shamir Royal. 74 overall cornerback, star development. He's going to be really good. Then we got Terrence Lenovoy. Impact development, 74 overall, right guard. That's really good. We already know about Ben Lucien. We just changed his position. And then we got Monk here, a wide receiver, 75 overall, 93 speed. This is a great recruiting class already. Stokely, roller coaster, clear-headed, defensive line rally. Wow, we've got some talent. 75 overall, 75 overall, 75 overall. 2-star wide receiver development traits, 91 speed, 89 speed. The talent we picked up is incredible. What? De Palma has cutter layout, clear-headed best friend. He's going to be an absolute superstar. Then we got Paxson, has quick jump, cornerback. Why? I guess we're going to blitz our cornerbacks this year. Quick jump on a cornerback on a blitz. They're going to be unblockable. What else? We got Lloyd, halfback, 77 overall. We hit on the draft this year. This was the 3-star middle linebacker, normal development trait, not the greatest, 74 overall, but still going to be just fine. So that's all of our freshmen. That is our recruiting class, and that is an insane recruiting class at that. I mean, are you kidding me? That is a great recruiting class. I actually want to see where we ranked in the final recruiting class. I forgot to look at that here. We should be able to look at it right here. Top classes. Where did we rank? It's got to be pretty good. We ranked number 12. We will take that. Number 12 recruiting class, everybody. 19 4-stars, 2 3-stars. We didn't go after any 5-star. We lost those battles early and removed them. We'll go after 5 stars next year. But as we saw, we went after the right 4 stars. This is really good. This recruiting class is going to be a game-changing class, and some of these players might be playing right away. Now, another thing we need to do in position changes, we need to go and look at all of our offensive line positions, all of our positions, and make changes. We already looked at the freshmen, all of that. Oh, boy. You're kidding. We lost out on the only 2 quarterbacks that we really could have got. There was a couple other ones that I can think of that we didn't go after, but I really thought we were going to get Eli. Why would you not want to go play for the number 1 team in the nation? Because you saw how many players transferred out. I mean, Chuba's going to be the quarterback. We could start Ryan Brown again, but I mean, I think we will, actually. I think Ryan Brown will be the quarterback. He's back, everybody. We're going to probably have a run-first offense next year. Ryan Brown is back. He's sitting on the bench behind Taven Jackson. He trained Taven Jackson. He was a big part of our team, Ryan Brown, and still is a national champion. Okay, you think we have enough running backs? Yeah, I'd say. Hey, they're developing. What can we say? Look how good Bill Davis is. He's got shifty. Only 86 speed, though. I think he's got to be our fullback. And that's, remember when I saw him, I'm like, he could be a powerhouse blocker, and he is a good blocker. I mean, do we ever even block with the fullback? No, we don't even have a play with... Do we even have a formation besides goal line with the fullback? I don't think we do. That's his play style. He's definitely not going to be the starter. Not with 86 speed. Justin Marshall and Kobe Martin are too good. And Joyner's back. And then we have good developing freshmen as well. We have... The future is bright at running back. And honestly... Ben, with all of his traits, he may start next year. Well, I guess Kobe Martin will be the starter next year. What can we change him to? Fullback, he's 85 overall, so he goes down. So no, that's not right. Quarterback. Yeah, if he's just running. Not if he's throwing, I tell you. Quarterback? Yeah, right. Oh yeah, right. We don't even play a fullback. It doesn't matter. We have a whole lot of receivers. This is looking like a lot like the College Football 25 series for Kentucky with all the wide receivers we have. 93 speed, 89, 90, 90, 89. Not as fast as we have been, but look at Monk. He's fast. 93 speed, 93 acceleration. It's not all about speed though. Tuggle's going to have a big year. Tuggle's going to have to be the difference maker this year. This roster has so many question marks. It's going to be a rough year this year. It's just as simple as that. But what did I always say last year? I said it 1,000 times. That was a one-shot year for a national championship. I said that all year, didn't I? And you all see why. I knew what was happening. We're going to lose all of our talent. But what I did not expect is everybody to transfer out due to pro potential because the draft hadn't happened yet. So there's that. That's unfortunate. Tight ends, Asamoah, our freshman from last year, is sophomore this year. He will be the starter. He had a great year. He's small, but he's good. And Max Parrott, left tackle. Oh, no. We have anybody else who can play left tackle? Braden Joyner, can you play left tackle? Can anybody else play center? Oh, no. At least Wall is good. Oh, boy. Well, Mahoney, can you potentially... This was our recruit. Yeah, Mahoney. Mahoney, can you potentially play left tackle? Because you're going to. Will he lose his... I feel like whenever I move players' positions, they lose traits and stuff. I'm just not going to change the position there. And we're just going to play him as a left tackle. Left edge, 71. We lost Seabrooks. We lost our superstars at the defensive line last year. The best defensive player in college football last year. Who won every award. Defensive tackle's looking good, though. Look at Jamarius Brown. He's going to be a difference maker. We need him to be. Who am I going to control on the line? We're going to go from the best line, the best defense last year to one of the worst. Mike is not looking terrible. Will is not looking great. Cornerbacks, a lot of question marks, but I'm just glad that Colton Hood, our transfer from last year, said, I'm going to stay at Purdue. Thank you. He's the only one. We're going to be starting a true freshman team. This is why we went after so many cornerbacks. I said all year last year how we were going to lose our entire secondary. We went after so many secondary in the transfer portal, lost them all. And here we are with the true freshman secondary. Oh my goodness. Can they press at least? Can they press? No. Oh, two of them can. Three of them. This is going to be an interesting year. You know, this is the depth chart. Keep in mind, we're going to have off-season improvement and stuff. So there's the two free safeties we got, I think. And we're going to move one of them to strong safety. We're going to move this one to strong safety. Well, no, we don't have to remember, don't move them. I always forget that. Don't move them. They lose some things. So just keep them and just play them. at another position. And our kicker is looking good. He's going to be really good next year. That was the freshman we got. He's been developing. He developed behind Spencer. Spencer abandoned us, and our punter is really good too. We have a great kicking core. Our special team is looking fantastic next year. Wow, our punter might be one of the best players in our team. Well, it's time to advance the week, and I believe it's the off-season training next. I could be wrong, but I'm pretty sure it's off-season training. That roster scares me. But remember, we're a motivator. We have three master motivators on our team. We're stacking master motivator. So we're about to see what happens when you stack 3 coaches on motivating players in the off-season training. Okay, what is this? Dev trait upgraded to impact. Yes! So this happens sometimes in the offseason. It seems to be random. When a player has a good season, sometimes it randomly improves their dev trait. Asamoah went to impact development from normal. That is huge for our tight end. He did have a great year. He deserves it. We got lucky there. We'll take it. Wait, is this another one? Yes! Davis! Dev trait upgraded to impact. That is huge. Another one. Give us another one. No? Okay. It is time for training results. This is... Okay. Everything's fine. We have 28 coaching points. You get those coaching points after that point. You don't get them before. I wish you did, but you don't get them until after that transfer. So we could spend more on improving their training, which is why they do it like that. So we got all of our last season boost. But here we go. Look, Bill Davis got better. The transfer, did his speed get better? It did not, but he is a very good talent. I don't know. We might put him in as the starting running back. It's going to be, no, we can't. We know our running backs from last year were amazing. We're going to look at position by position here. Ryan Brown moved up to 79. Chuba moved up to 77. Our quarterbacks are not looking great compared to what we had last year. It's going to be way different. I'm going to play the faster quarterback, and well, they're both pretty fast. Yeah, they're both honestly very similar. But because we were fast last year, and I don't want to like start running around with the slow quarterback, because I will. Justin Marshall will probably be the starter. No, he definitely will. Speed improved by 3, acceleration by 3. Justin Marshall's winning Heisman this year, behind an offensive line who's very questionable. Well, let's see. Wide receivers got a lot better. Love to see that. Corey Smith moved up to 87 overall. That is huge. Asamoah up to 79, and he has a better development trait, which is going to be massive. Oh boy. Well, don't worry. We're not playing any of them at left tackle. Left guard is not bad. Slata Maoi is back. He's going to play. He was a transfer. Won a national championship last year. Our center, we got to find somebody else to step into that role. And right guard, not looking great. Right tackle looking really good. Look at Wall. The transfer up by 9. With 3 motivators. Oh boy. Mahoney will be starting center or left tackle. Left edge, 74. Up 4. Steven up 1. Defensive tackle, Jamaris Brown up 390. Our defensive tackles look great. We might be starting defensive tackles on every line position. Selma's looking a little bit better. Mike is looking a whole lot better. 80 overall. Winston could have a big year. We need him to. Will, not looking great, but honestly very fast. And we drop back in coverage a lot. Cornerbacks, some improvement on the non-freshmen. Hyde's got a lot better by 7, but all the rest are freshmen. So there's that. Spears, 88. Davis, 85. Corner, Dante Corner, 80. We have so many good players here, everybody. We still got a lot of good players at safety, cornerback. Both, like all these positions right here, we've got a whole lot of talent and a lot of improvements as well. Our kicker is up to 79 overall. That's awesome. And he has deep range. It's going to be simple to kick this year for me. It should. With those stats, even on Heisman, it should be simple. Our punter didn't improve at all. He improved his speed? What is he doing? Who worked on the punter speed? Is that Jerry? Jerry handles the offseason training. What is Jerry doing with Jermaine Ivy? Ivy wants to go for it. He wants to do fake punts. We're not fake punting Ivy. Why would you waste your points on speed? I like the randomness. I'm not spending the skill points myself. I know some people play this with manual progression. I hate that. Personally, I just don't enjoy it. I like the randomness, the way this game does it on auto. And it leads to variety in each season and each dynasty that I play. And it's, you know, it's more realistic. You don't just go up to a player and say, I'm going to spin this skill point on speed. You know, like, I like the randomness. You know, I don't know. It's just the way I like it. But let's go to the next week. I feel like when you do manual, you can get way overpowered. You can, like, get your recruits. Like, I don't know. It just seems like you could just get a team that's like 97 speed across the board. And I can kind of like go all speed, and I don't know. I just don't think it's as fun personally. I know some people like that. I understand it, but I'm just not a huge fan of it. Now, should we spend our upgrade points here before we go into the other stuff? I don't know. Maybe we save them and think about it. We may spend them at the very end of this video because the motivator stuff doesn't matter now. I think we save them. So yeah, we're going to save those for now. But training went great. A lot of great talent. So training is over. Let's go ahead and advance the week and see where we're going next. Our overall, is it really 86 right now? I don't know if that's showing our new roster. So we got to do encouraged transfers right now. So we'll have encouraged transfers, and then we'll advance, and then we'll see probably our actual overall here. Now, we shouldn't have to encourage anybody. Yeah, we don't have to encourage any transfers. 72 out of 85. Our roster is not even maxed out. We had so many players leave. It's just heartbreaking. That's college football. That's realistic. That's college football now. In real life. I know, after winning a national championship, would you have that many players leave due to pro potential? No. But, you know, I mean, in college football, to recreate how wild it is right now at the transferring, I mean, that's what happens. It's frustrating, but it is what it is. It is what it is. It's frustrating 100%. I'm not going to change the conferences around. Let's go ahead and advance and see the depth chart. We'll be in week 0 next. So we'll do the custom schedule next, I believe, and all of that. We'll have recruiting coming up here soon as well. Still a lot to come in today's episode. Okay. Our overall is still amazing. 89, 91, and 86. I knew we had a good training. So we must have a lot more depth now. So in the overall in this game is all about depth. And we must have a whole lot more depth here. 91 offense, that's probably our running backs. 89 overall, 86 defense. Or 86. I don't know if I'd give our defense an 86, but yeah, we'll see. So it's time for the custom schedule. This is going to be very important. Notre Dame? You gotta be kidding me. And we start conference play. Oh no. Well, we could play North Carolina in week 2. Miami of Ohio. You know who I want to play here? You know who I want to play? Eastern Michigan. Was it Eastern Michigan or Western Michigan? Which Michigan was it? Central Michigan? I don't know what Michigan it was. They almost beat us last year. North Carolina. Okay, so the schedule right now as it stands. Listen, I would never go to Notre Dame in a game. My role as them being an independent, I talked about this last year. I will never schedule an away game against Notre Dame. I'm sorry to Notre Dame fans out there, but as an independent here, as me as the head coach and athletic director here, I would never play Notre Dame away. If they want to come play us, they can come play us in the rivalry game, but I will not go to Notre Dame. In any of my dynasties, I never will play Notre Dame away. It's just the way I schedule. As them being an independent, I'm just not going to do it. They got the full freedom of schedule, and I'm going to have the freedom of schedule against them. I'm sorry. I know we have a lot of Notre Dame fans, or quite a few here on the channel. I'm sorry. It's just the way Ryan Gamer is a head coach at any dynasty I play. It's the way I do it. It's sorry, Notre Dame fans. We are not going to Notre Dame. So we're starting with 3 home games. Notre Dame, North Carolina, and Miami of Ohio. Now, should we change this? I don't really, why are we playing North Carolina? Can play Kentucky here. I really don't want to beat my Kentucky Wildcats. I want them to make the playoffs. We might go rebuild Kentucky after this year. 3-star, 84 overall. Come on, Wildcats. It depends on what offer we get next year. Vanderbilt, what? They're really good in real life this year. What happened to them in this game? That might be where head coach Ryan Gamer goes. He won the national championship here with Purdue. But we'll look at the best offer. I hope we get an offer from Vanderbilt, because we might go to Vandy. We may lose every conference game. Is it Central Michigan who we played last year? It might have been Central. I want to say it was Eastern Michigan though. It was one of the Michigans, right? I might pause the video and go look this up, and we may do a rematch. Okay, so it turns out it was Western Michigan. And this is what's so rough about seeing this. They almost beat us last year. And I want revenge. Even though we won the game, it felt like a loss. So we're not playing North Carolina. We are playing Western Michigan again. I told you all we would play them again. We are playing them again. We're going to play Notre Dame in week 1. You got to be kidding me. And then instead of North Carolina, we are playing the Western Michigan Broncos. And we're going to have a kind of nice start to the season. I don't know. Do we want the test of playing North Carolina? Are we going to be like, that could be 2 losses. No, we could very easily lose to Notre Dame. The way I schedule is automatic wins before conference play. Now with Purdue, we're always going to have to play our rivals, Notre Dame, at Purdue, of course. But yeah, I want easy wins. And now these are games that you can lose sometimes. Western Michigan, we won by 1 point last year, I believe. So they almost beat us. You see that game, you're like, all right, you're going to crush them. Yeah. Yeah, I thought so too. I thought so too. Yeah, that's all I can say about that. Now, yeah, Notre Dame coming up here as well. That's going to be a nightmare. It always is a really tough game. And then Miami of Ohio, that should be a simple game. And then we start conference play. UCLA, Illinois, Oregon, Nebraska, bye week, Maryland, Ohio State. Oh no, Penn State, Michigan State, Indiana. That is a stacked schedule of top 25 teams. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 teams in the top 25 in conference play. Only 1, 2, 3 unranked teams in the Big Ten. That's going to be wild. That is going to be a great schedule. I'm actually going to love this. I think this is going to be a fun one. Notre Dame, Western Michigan. I wish we could move Notre Dame and Western Michigan. I just don't want to mess up there. Sometimes when you do things like that, it really messes up the schedule. But I would much rather start against Western Michigan and then, play Notre Dame. But the protected rivalry is going to be on there. I don't want to mess it up. They already have their schedule and independent, I guess they could kind of play anybody though. So I don't know. I think it's fine. Let's give the ultimate test in week 1. You all are going to be ready for it. If we lose, well, we lose, I guess. I mean, it's simple as that. Our team got better depth-wise. It's important to point out we don't have the greatest starters in every position. We have solid starters. It's the depth that raises our overall. That's why I've always told you all that is very misleading, the overalls. And when we play other teams, you got to look at the overall. You got to look at the overall very hesitantly. You need to look at the starters in each position. That's what matters the most. The overall is the depth. We have depth now, and yeah, we're going to save those changes. Custom schedule is complete, and Notre Dame in week 1. So now coming up here, we have the recruiting board here, and we have the recruiting week preseason, and then we have the recruiting week 0 and depth chart reorder. So all of that is coming up to close out this video, and then we'll be finished with the offseason. So let's go into the prospect board. Now, I know our plan is to probably go rebuild somebody else, win another national championship for somebody else. That was always our challenge for this head coaching career. We wanted to start with a team, lead them to a national championship. We had the best transfer portal, and we had a plan to, go if we get a good offer. If we don't get a good offer, we'll stay. It all depends on the offers. If we get only coordinator offers, you better believe we're going to say no. Now, before we start the recruiting here, let's actually take a look at team needs and see what Purdue will need here over the next year. We know they need a quarterback. 1,000% we need a quarterback. They need a running back. They don't really need wide receivers. It says they need 2, but they really don't. Tight end, they don't need. They need all offensive line positions. We need all offensive line positions. And defense, well, we need them all. As simple as that. Okay, we need everybody. So there's that. We need every single position on the field here. We have 35 targets we can go after. And the way I do this is I usually go for players who are interested in me. 5 stars to start, since we have a better team now. Let's go to top class. Not top class. Let's go to my school. So we're still 4-star, and we have 1,000 hours. Okay. I was hoping we moved up to 4.5. You can see our school grades there. A little improvement, but really still not looking great. Well, it's looking a lot better than when we got to this school. So we greatly improved the school's legacy here. I mean, national championship, right? So now what I usually do here, I go to 5-star to start, and I go for only interest. This is how I always start all of my recruiting boards, and I look at this, and what I'll do, we know we need every position, so we're going to go ahead and add all of these. Alex Larson, Mac Radway, we're just going to add all these. Ross Biggs, Donnerson, strong safety, a quarterback here, Steven Hendricks, and cornerback Corbin. Now, outside our pipeline, I don't think there's really a reason to go after a 5-star outside your pipeline. If you're on like 9 or 10, there's no shot you're going to be able to compete with these other schools in the pipeline. So what I do, I'll go down, I'll look at any other 5-stars that's in our pipeline, like here. Tyler Boss from Somerset, Kentucky. And then we have a Selm linebacker here. We're in his pipeline, and we're not on his interest, but I'm still going to add him. We need linebackers. Now, were there any offensive linemen in these categories? No. Wow. Where's the 5-star offensive lineman? There's only one. That's a deal breaker. There's only 2. Wow, that is not ideal. And there's no way we're competing with those schools right there. We still don't have the greatest school grades, and we don't have an elite recruiter. We're a motivator. It worked to build our teams overall big time with the depth we have now. But yeah, that's not great. Okay, so I'm not even going to go after him. There's no way we're going to be able to compete. We're not even on his list. We're not in the pipeline. Okay, so next thing I do, I go to 4-stars. And now when I go to 4-stars, instead of doing it by, like, you can go by interest here. I usually go by overall rank. So that's usually how I do it. And tight end, we don't really need. Will, 9th on the list. 10th, 8th. Well, wow, this is not looking great. There's 3. Well, in this case, I'm going to do it by interest. 1,000%. And we definitely want to make sure we add the ones that have us at least in the top 4. Okay, that is a lot of recruits who want us in the top 4th. That is huge. Cornerback Trent Huff, boundary. Just because they're higher ranked does not necessarily mean they're going to be a better player. I'm going to go ahead and add the quarterback, the cornerbacks, free safety, another edge rusher, another cornerback, an athlete here, dual threat quarterback. Dwayne Maggio, cornerback. That's a lot of cornerbacks, so that's too many. bump and run. That fits our style more. Let's get rid of the... No, that's number 1, though. Let's get rid of the 291 and add this one. Bump and run fits with us more. And then Will. Rashid. Well, we're going to scout them all, so why not add them all now? I know it affects playing time. We need to make sure we don't have pro potential on any of these. I don't even usually pay attention to deal breakers. Trying to get best talent, but dude, we don't need another cornerback. Free safety. Halfback, elusive bruiser, north to south receiver. Honestly, that would fit really good on our team. A lot of cornerbacks want us. We don't really need a free safety. I guess we kind of need every position. Hybrid free safety. Defensive tackle, we have tons of those. But again, we kind of need every position. Wide receiver, this wide receiver speedster could be really good. Left edge rusher, add him to the list. Quarterback, backfield creator, bump and run cornerback. Let's actually, where's the offensive lineman? Do no offensive linemen want to play for our team? Where are they? There's one. Julius Kuhn. There's a left guard. Thank you. Left guard. Athlete, dual threat quarterback. Could be important. Right guard. So none of the offensive linemen want to go to our school. That's what it is. Let's now let's sort it by pipeline. Okay, there we go. We have a lot of forward pipeline here. That's huge. We have 7 spots left. We have plenty of defensive tackles. I don't think we have any on this recruiting class. Maybe we add one more. Actually, I think we do have one. Halfback. I'm looking for center. Yeah, that's what we need right there. Agile center. Perfect. We need offensive linemen. It's just as simple as that. Agile offensive lineman, pipeline. And, you know, we're being the #1 team. We can chase after some of these. Mike, we know we need a Mike linebacker as well. We need outside linebackers. We need everything. So maybe we go after this Mike here. We have the pipeline pretty good. 4 more. Let's go right tackle. Raw strength, gap specialist, hybrid free safety. What about this Will down there? 2 Wills, signal caller, lurker. That's what I want right there. Now, left tackle, raw strength could be really good. Now, there's a lot of schools I see out here that I really don't want to compete with. But again, this looks like a really good recruiting class already. I think we go with another Selm. Our Will and Selm are very weak. A signal caller, I think, could be good. A lurker on one side, Selm on the other. Let's go there. That's usually how I always do my recruiting class. That's how I start it. I go 5-star, I go 4-star, usually top 4 stars, and then interest. You know, I'm not going to go after people I'm not on their list really at all. Maybe a couple, and I think we did go after a couple there. And then I usually sort by pipeline. I usually do it exactly how I did it there. And I know other people have their strategy, and you all are probably a lot better at it than me. But I usually end up with pretty good classes. I mean, you've seen the classes we've had so far. And I just want to have another winning lineup here for the next year. I really want to continue to develop this team into like 95 overall for the next season. And I think we're close to it. As long as we don't get a lot of transfers out, I think this could be the year in which this team does get to 90 plus after the season because of the depth we're getting. So that's the goal. So all we do here is offer scholarships. It's all we can do. We can offer scholarships to everybody first, and then we scout everybody. Now, people have different philosophies here. Where we have a lot of hours, I'm probably going to scout everybody as much as we can. Primarily the 5 stars and primarily the top 4 stars that I have in here, and we're looking for gems. I'll probably go position by position after the 5 stars, but yeah, just going to offer a scholarship to everybody. But you all have to let me know. Do you all do a similar strategy? Do you go on the recommended page? How do you do it? Offer scholarship. Let's offer them all. We have 35 to offer. But yeah, I'd be interested to hear everybody else's recruiting strategy. I usually am really big on the transfer portal, but this season we didn't have as good of a transfer portal, so there's that. I mean, you're not always going to have a great one. I usually have pretty good ones. This is one of the worst ones I've had, unfortunately. It really was. No doubt about it. It was one of the worst ones I've ever had. Now, I'm tempted to make scouting a little bit cheaper with, we have coaching abilities to spend. I'm tempted to back out of recruiting for a second and spend our coaching points, because is there something I want to buy for recruiter? I don't think there is. I went right back into it, but I don't think there's anything else I really want to improve on our head coach. Let's go into coach abilities here. We can purchase, we can purchase the recruiting. Before we do that, we can't do it. We don't have enough, but yeah, it takes less time to scout. So that's the only, an increased starting interest. That's not going to help us win this year. We want to win back-to-back national championships. Elite recruiter, to me, I don't really use recruiter a lot this year. It's just not as good. Elite recruiter, you're already a legendary recruiter if you have 2 top 5 recruiting classes. That's how you unlock this other tier. So it basically made recruiter not something I go after, but I do go after motivator, tactician, and then I like architect a lot as well. Now, do we want to spend stuff to get it? It really helps improving your players. So combining motivator and architect can be really good, but I think we can continue to improve our players on the field. Do we need to unlock scheme guru? We can fatigue better. Pre-stillated defenders looking at the sideline at the snap. Team composure boost for first downs. Offensive players fatigue slower and hurry up. Increased catchability for pass yards 10 yards or less. We do that all the time. I feel like this first tactician tier is the most important. Let's actually improve all of our quarterback stats. We're going to spend all of these 8, 16, 8, 8, 16, 8, 8, 16, 24. And when we get 4 more, we're going to spend it on short and medium throw accuracy. We got to go all in on our quarterbacks. We're going from a quarterback who could throw it on the run like crazy last year to a pocket passer this year. Maybe. It depends on which quarterback we go with. The problem is with playing Notre Dame in week 1 is we don't really have a game to kind of see what quarterback to play. We just don't. Notre Dame is a powerhouse, and we just don't have the ability to do that. So let's continue our recruiting board here, our preseason recruiting board. So we already offered all the scholarships. So now we scout. So let's go 5 stars first, and then we'll start going position by position. Mainly here looking for bust, but honestly, if it's a 5-star bust, I don't care. Oh my goodness. Alex Larson is the future of the Purdue Boilermakers. What a player. Okay. And these players want to come to Purdue? You don't say. All right. This just got a lot more interesting. Okay, everything's fine. Go ahead. I forgot what I was doing. I'm shocked. This is the luckiest I've ever been. What? Ryan's gonna have to have a really big offer. No, I know it's part of the career mode. I said we were winning a national championship, and that was the goal. But I mean, if we can land these recruits, these might be the greatest 5 stars ever. Now, the rest of the 5 stars, I don't think I'm too worried about scouting. We already hit 4 gems. Maybe we scout them once. Just get a little information started. The talent in this recruiting class on these 5 stars is looking really good. I know this doesn't tell a lot, but it tells enough. That is a couple gems already. So I do want to fully scout this quarterback. Be the one. Not bad. I don't know if that's our quarterback of the future. I really don't. Dual threat. It's not very good. Well, we don't know if he's good. He just doesn't look very good. Maybe could be really good. Marvin Treggs could be good too. I think maybe going for the athlete. Let's go ahead and recruit or scout the athlete all the way. Well, that's heartbreaking. Well, here's the thing though. A bust just means he probably has normal development. Look at his base stats. His awareness is low. He's got 95 throw power, good throw accuracy across the board, 90 speed, 89 acceleration, has dot. He doesn't have a lot of mental and physical abilities, so that's not ideal. That's not a terrible quarterback. And we're developing him for the future. He's definitely what I'm going after. Is it crazy that I want to spend recruiting on all these to see if we can find a gem though? Oh boy. That might be the quarterback of the future. Let's keep going. I'm going to say no there. I'm going to say no there. Let's go ahead and remove him from the list. Okay, so let's... Malik, definitely. I would love to get Cornell, even though he's a bust. I don't really care about that, but it's the gem who we're looking at right here. It's going to be tough to get any of them, honestly. We might have to go after another 4-star later. Now, let's take a look at Rico Mounty. We're just going to scout a little bit. We're going to scout all once. Okay, looking pretty good. And then only one receiver on the list, but we have tons of receivers. You know, I always have a tendency to get way too many receivers. If you watch my series for the Kentucky Wildcats, you already know this. But yeah, it's looking good. Okay, I mean, Julius Kuhn could be really good. 83 pass blocker, raw strength. Raw strength linemen are really good. 89 strength. Honestly, I'm going to be going after all these offensive linemen. 81 impact blocking, 85 pass block power. We didn't get anything there. No specifics there. That's fine. You're not always going to get the specifics. Lane Woods, no specifics, but still could be very good. Honestly, all these offensive linemen look really good. And that's a lot of edge rushers. 1000%, but that's a gem. That's a gem too. Future's bright here. Best edge rusher in college football last year. We'll never forget Mickens. Mickens was an absolute game changer. A game disruptor. They're all looking okay. Besides, the 5-stars look better than okay, obviously. But, I mean, 83 block shedding, 78 power is really good for a 4-star. And he likes us. So, if he's high on our list like that, we like him too. Okay, so Alex Larson, Will and Signal Caller here. Let's go ahead and look at the Wills here. 69 player recognition is fine as a freshman. 68 player recognition. You know, you learn that. 83 speed. Kevin Tabor. Now, I understand we shouldn't get this many of each, but we could move one to Mike. I actually want to scout Corliss Duggins again. Or Dugans. 81 speed, 77 play recognition. Maybe one more time. Okay, he's good. 88 hit power. We need a good middle linebacker too. Okay, let's look at Trent Huff. 87 agility. Not the stat I was hoping to unlock there. 67 zone. That's not good. I accidentally hit it one extra time. That is not good. Why did we see so many cornerbacks with quick jump? Quick jump is like getting off the line of scrimmage quicker. It doesn't help them in bump and runs. I guess if you're doing bump and run and blitzing them, it's terrible zone coverage. Well, bump and run though. We run a lot of man anyways, hopefully. So I guess if his man coverage is still good, then that's the main thing that matters. As a bump and run cornerback, Clarence Osborne, 75 zone, not bad for a free safety freshman. 86 acceleration gives us a kind of some insight on the speed, probably around 88, maybe a little bit lower. 68 catching, that's not the stat we wanted to unlock. We still have a couple more hours we can spend as well, or a couple more scouting points. I mean, Donnerson, strong safety. Our strong safeties are looking pretty good. I don't think it's worth scouting him much further. And athlete, Cornell. Okay, yeah, that's one that we really want. That Cornell Brewer could be the future of this Purdue Boilermakers team. I know you see that, you're like, he's a bust. He has a really good year. He can improve his depth trait. You know, anything can happen, but it's about everything. And you look at the whole picture there. Besides the abilities and mental abilities, he can get those with our motivators. He could be really good. I would not overlook him. Like, is there another quarterback we can find? Probably. We have one other spot right now. I think the prospect list is actually looking really good. Just looking at our recruiting list right now, if we can land a lot of these players, this is going to be a top 5 recruiting class, or maybe even better. Now, we got to look at 4-star quarterbacks here. Let's look at Ramon Samia, backfield creator. Maybe what are some other players without all these powerhouses? We've already looked at Treggs. Clay Elmore. I mean, all these. Percy Willis. He's not one that was on our list, so let's add him to the list. He's in our pipeline at least. Still, all those schools going after these quarterbacks. How do you ever get a quarterback? Well, we were hoping to get them from the transfer portal. We lost all of them. We even did complimentary visits. We sent houses and cars his way. And nothing. Like, come on. We sent houses and cars. Jerry's furious. Oh, no. 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 Okay. That's not good. Let's try it again, maybe. Maybe there's a 5-star quarterback who nobody cares about. Well, that's probably a long shot. Steve Searcy. Why not? Yeah, right. There's no way, right? I mean, it's possible. We're going to try. We need the quarterback of the future. Is he the quarterback of the future? I mean, I don't see anything special, to be honest. I really don't. Deep actually 66? Are you kidding me? That was a waste. No offense to that player. I'm sorry, right? That sounds a bit harsh. I didn't mean it fully there. I just, you know, that's not going to cut it. Now, we don't throw a lot of deep throws, but still, we need a little more than that. Kadeem Baggs, was he on our list? There's not a lot of quarterbacks. This is a terrible class for quarterbacks. Like, one of the worst you could ever imagine. Okay, not bad. Not very fast, though. I mean, just give him a scholarship, maybe, and see what happens. We're 7th on the list. Why not? He's nothing, like, spectacular, but the other quarterbacks are looking a lot better, and I think that bus quarterback is actually going to be the quarterback of the future. I know that sounds wild, but I truly think he's going to be good. So we're going to go ahead and advance to the next week. It'll be week 0, and we'll have the week 0 recruiting. We have a bye week in week 0, no game. We play Notre Dame in week 1. So we will have more recruiting in today's off-season episode. I love the off-season episode. You all seem to like it as well. I know, well, I don't know. Some people like it, some people hate it. It's long, right? It's a long video. I know that. There's another way to do it. I don't want to cut it out because a lot of people like to watch this stuff. I'm one of those. When I'm watching the series, I want to see all of it. So I show it all to you so you can see my thought process on everything. And honestly, the offseason episode is the episode last year was the reason that this team actually was able to, make it. So I'll reorder the depth chart and we'll take a look at the depth chart later. But before we do that, we got to do the week 0 recruiting while it's fresh. So here we go. Week 0 recruiting here in the year 2027. And we are number 2 just initially on Alex Larson. Send multiple houses his way. We only have 800 hours. That's not great. Mac Radway, edge setter. Send houses his way. All the houses you can get. Jerry, get on a plane right now on Gamer Ability Airlines and get down there. Ross Biggs, edge rusher, pure power. Send the house. Oh boy, you better believe we're sending houses. 6. We can get a lot of these 5 stars. Am I crazy to think that? We're not getting Kendricks. You can't give up after the first week. You can't. Send the house at least initially. That's just after. The reason that is, a lot of other teams don't send the house. So I don't think it's important to give up on Kendricks yet, even though you see all those teams there and you're like, there ain't no way, and probably not. But I think it's worth it to see how he responds sending the house 1 week. And if it's not good at the end, after the first game against Notre Dame, we'll take a look at it. If it's not good, we'll go away. Now, this is a recruit. Donna Voffen? I don't know how to pronounce that last name, but Corbin, that's easy. Yeah, 5-star, and 4th on our list. And he's looking very good. I am going ahead and sending the house. We don't need another right edge rusher, but competing with Kentucky here. Somerset, Kentucky. Okay. I'm going after him. Devin Johnson, and we can get on his list. Wait, is that Tulane as number 1? What? Am I seeing that wrong? I might always see that logo as Tulane. It might not be Tulane. But we need a Selm. But we're running thin on hours. But I want to do all the 5 stars that we had on the list. Okay, so now we start taking a look here. This is a cornerback that we definitely should go for. Because if he has 86 agility, he probably has maybe around 90 speed or close to it. He could have. Maybe we go position by position and take a look. I definitely want to look at Malik, Ohio State, and Louisville. The Ohio State pipeline is going to hurt us. We're going to send the house, though. And also, the bust, we might be able to get away with. No, I think we send the house to get a good boost. We need a quarterback. We know we do. We need a quarterback. We still don't have a quarterback of the future for this team. And I don't think Bags is one we're going to go after here. He's not looking bad, but we already have 3 quarterbacks on our list we're going after. And we're 4th on his list. Maybe we leave him there just to monitor. It's not going to really change much. And Rico Monti, we are up there on his list. He's looking good, but I think we need to, before we get to the running backs, we need to prioritize offensive linemen. Because that's what we need. We need offensive linemen at every position. So this is where I think we need to probably go 40 points on most of our offensive linemen, or maybe 35. Because we need a lot of these offensive linemen. And it's a 4... Oh, no, we're not even on that one's list. What? Why? I need to remove Sean. There's no way. There's also no way. That's right. There weren't very many linemen who wanted to go to Purdue. For some reason, we won a national championship. Nobody wants to play for us. Well, I guess we're sending the house on that other left tackle. We're not getting any of these. Against those school grades? No. That means we're sending the house on this one? There's that. Offensive guard. Do we have any of these who actually want to go to Purdue? There's 1, 5, 3, and not on the list. Let's remove the one we're not on the list. The question is how much on each. We're number 1 here. Let's make sure we definitely go after the pass protector, because we pass a lot. They're all the pass protector. I kind of want to go after the raw strength, second priority. So I'm gonna go maybe 35, and maybe here it's a close battle. I'm gonna do 25. We definitely need a center as well. We need everything. It's close. We got to sit in the house here though. Agile archetype could be really good. Let's sit in the house. We're gonna run out of hours. We already have our edge rushers on. Defensive tackle, we got 45,000 of them. Outside linebackers, we need Dugans here. We're not gonna sit in the house. We're gonna do like that, 35. We're gonna, don't worry, more hours will open up next week, because there's gonna be some recruits that we're just not gonna be able to get. So it's just as simple as that. You're not gonna be able to get everybody. So, you know, you put in hours, you see how everything goes, and then you make changes later. Now, we're number 1 on like all these cornerbacks list. So since we're number 1, we could just like DM each one just to stay like contacted with them, just to kind of raise it up just a little bit. They're gonna like us anyways, and we're not really competing with any powerhouse besides the 5 pipeline there in USC. I just want to see what that 5-star is like. Free safety, we really don't need one, but since this one is very high on the list, let's see what else we need. Okay, I think that's everything. Athletes, we're already going after. So that is everything. We have 15 hours. I don't think we go after the strong safety, and we are going after the strong safety, but I don't think we go after the main free safety there. I think we go after the second one, Dallas. Box specialist. I don't love the speed. You don't necessarily have to have a whole lot of speed as safety. More importantly is zone coverage, and we don't really know. I don't think box specialist really fits our playstyle though. Maybe hybrid is the way to go. So let's go after Clarence. So yeah, we're gonna go after Clarence here. We're gonna do DM player and search social media. That is our final starting recruiting board here. I think that is a good place to start here in week 0. So it's actually looking really good. It's like, I don't know. It could be very spectacular. It's better than what we had last year to start. I was really nervous to start last year, but we have a lot of talent on here. We have a lot of gems as well, especially those 5-star ones. So yeah, I'm going to go through and reorder this, and then we'll get to the depth chart next. Okay, so the Purdue Boilermakers 2027 roster is set. This is the depth chart going into the first game. Ryan Brown will be the starting quarterback again. He was the quarterback in year 1 of this dynasty, and he had a good year. Led the team to the playoffs, and then Taven Jackson, the transfer, came in, led this team to a national championship. Then he graduated. So now Ryan Brown's back. Now I will be monitoring this closely. It is a position battle, basically. We only have 2 quarterbacks. If one of them gets hurt and 2 of them gets hurt, well, our season's over, because our kicker will have to play. We tried in the transfer portal and we failed. So that is our starting quarterback to start the year. Halfbacks, Justin Marshall. It's got to be Justin Marshall, Kobe Martin. They are some of the best players on our team last year. And actually, I'm going to switch this. Kobe Martin is, I think Davis, now that I see this again, I had time to think about this. I think Davis is number 2, and then Kobe Martin will still get some playing time because Joyner still had a lot of playing time last year. And Joyner's really good. I mean, 97 acceleration was shifty. We have so many good running backs. We're going to have to be a running team. Now, I also put in Davis at fullback, even though we don't have a lot of sets where we actually run a fullback at all. But he's there just in case. Now, as far as wide receivers, Corey Smith is number 1. Tuggle's right there with him, but Tuggle's going to be the slot receiver as well. Branch, we got Harris, Monk, and Hollister. Honestly, a really good receiving core. We have 2 seniors, a junior, a sophomore, and 2 freshmen who will get some playing time as well. We run a lot of quads here in our offense, so all the receivers will play. Tight end, you better believe, is Asamoah. Freshman last year, he was an athlete. We converted him to tight end. He had a great year, and now he has improved development from normal to impact. He's going to be a superstar this year. He's going to be a game changer. Line is not looking very bad. It's not looking as good as last year, obviously. We had a very good transfer portal, but Mahoney will start this year. We didn't draft him. We recruited him. He was redshirted the first year. He didn't play. Here he is starting in year 2 or year 3 of this dynasty. His second year technically, but he's still a redshirted freshman. 80 overall. Left guard is going to be Braden Joyner. He was on the team last year, 81 overall. And then I know you see Maioa there. You're like, where's he? He's better at left guard. Yes, but he also is our best center, and it's not even close. I guess it's kind of close easily, but Moa was a great offensive lineman last year. He had some injuries that happened, no long term, but I feel like he was hurt every single game. He's going to be the center this year. He's got to have a big year there. We need somebody good at center to fill it in. Smalls row from last year, the best center in college football. And then Easley is going to be starting at left guard. So you can see we have a very good offensive line. We don't have a spectacular player like the center we had last year. Actually, we do. We have one. Lewis Wall. He's a sophomore. Yes. He was a transfer freshman who improved by 9. He's elite development. How lucky did we get with this transfer? Pro potential is going to go up for offensive line here in the future, everybody. We do have that superstar, and he's a sophomore. This is where the issue lies. We have to start a defensive tackle at left edge. He's good. Carlson's really good. He's got 70 speed, 81 acceleration, 6'3", 299. That's how much trust I have in him, because I have him as an edge rusher. I mean, I have no other trust in any of our other edge rushers. This may come back to bite us, but we're going to try it in week 1 against Notre Dame. Right edge, again, not looking great. We got John Steven. We got nobody with quick jump. We do defensive tackle is number 2 at right edge. Yeah, it's going to be an interesting year, nonetheless. Now, defensive tackle, we're stacked. Stacked to the max. The transfer, Jamarius Brown here, looking to have a big-time year, and he's going to have to. He's going to have to be our leader. He is amazing statistically. I mean, you look at his stats here. He's just amazing. And then Harkless is amazing as well. Back from last year. Carlson's back from last year as well. We got a lot of great talent here at defensive tackle. Almost too much, but you can't really have too much talent. This is where more of the issues of this lineup start. Selm, not great. Starters, Rashawn Smith, outside linebacker, and I'm tempted to put Scales in there, but because of the robber ability, the problem is play recognition at 66 is not good, and awareness at 62. These are all position battles. Like, nobody's locked in besides Winston Berglund. He's developed really good for this team. He's 80 overall, 88 speed, good acceleration, good play recognition. He could have a really big year. He could get multiple interceptions as well. Now, Will, outside linebacker, we're playing Owen Davis. We don't have much. I mean, it's as simple as that. But, you know, we have a lot of young talent. And I'm actually, now that I just noticed this is impact development, I think we play 70 overall. Give him more snaps. He doesn't have any abilities, though, and that's an issue. I think we go with bouncer. Yeah, I understand. Maybe we move him to second here. I looked at that for a while, and I thought about that. But I think it's still best to go with Owen Davis. I really do. Cornerback, it's another question mark. We had the #1 secondary last year. Not going to be the case this year. But we still have good secondary. Don't get me wrong. We're better at zone this year than man, but we're not good at either. Look at this. We have two pretty good players at press on the outside. If we press anywhere else, we're in trouble. Way different team than last year. this was up in the 90s with every player last year, man coverage. 92, 68, 73, 66, 69. Zone 86, 81, 69, 77, 69. Play recognition is fine. Awareness is fine. We basically have 3 freshmen who will be playing. It is a big question mark. No doubt about it. But it is what it is. We have to play with the players that we have, and we've done a good job recruiting these players. But whether or not they are good this year, that's a big question mark. Deshaun Spears will be the starting free safety. Look at his skills now. 94 speed, 98 acceleration, 92 agility. Carter Davis will be the backup. And then as far as strong safety goes, we actually, I don't know how I missed this. I thought I did change this. I guess I changed it back. Carter Davis is playing strong safety. I knew I was going to do that, but for some reason I didn't change it. And Bradford, I'm going to move to second there. So Carter Davis is the strong safety, and then free safety is Deshaun Spears. Dante Corner is going to be a backup free safety. Very good player. I mean, simple as that. We have a lot of good talent across the board. Now, kicker is going to be the sophomore now. I guess he's a redshirt freshman. He was redshirt, didn't play last year. Very good. He's got deep range. Honestly, it should be simple to make kicks with this kicker. It really should. And then our punter is really good. He improved his speed in the offseason. He wants to go for it this year. He doesn't want to punt. He wants to go for it. So there's that. So yeah, a lot of talent. That is the roster. Now, another position I need to show is slot receiver. I talked about it earlier. Tuggle is going to be the slot. I think he's going to be game-changing in the slot. He's so good, and we may move him around a lot, but I think in the slot, he's going to be unguardable, personally. I don't know how you guard him from the slot, and who knows, maybe we move him to wide receiver 1, but I think the slot routes that we run, he's going to be almost unstoppable, personally. I really think he's actually going to be unstoppable. Okay, so before we close out, I do want to show you some adjustments I made to the wear and tear settings. So we're still on Heisman difficulty this year. You better believe it. Now, one thing we're going to go to here is the wear and tear. And what I did, I decreased all the impacts to 40 instead of 50. And I improved the recovery by 5 for each. And also improved halftime recovery by 10, week-to-week recovery by 10, and in-game healing reserve pool by 10. The reason I did this is because the wear and tear was wild last year, as you all saw. It wasn't just our team. It was for the entire league. And we saw so many injuries every single game. I mean, we had offensive linemen who got hurt every single play, it seemed. So something definitely needed to be changed. So we're going to try that and see if it's a little bit better. So that's what we'll be going with here for year 3 of this dynasty. I meant to do it after year 1, but I forgot. So here we are, and I don't like to make changes to any difficulty settings during a season, so I only do that in the off season. So if I forget, I don't change it, and we just stay the course. So yes, we're still on Heisman, so we're going to go ahead and advance past week 0. But I mean, what a off season it really was. It went well. Transfer portal could have went a bit better, obviously. I'm a little bit disappointed in that, but overall, we got a really good start to this recruiting board. As you can see right here, our depth chart is honestly looking better than last year depth-wise, but starters are not. That's what's important to point out. The overall in this game is so misleading. That's why I said last year multiple times, we had the best team. We did. We had the best defense starters across the board. These other teams had a lot more depth, which is why they had higher overalls. We had the better team. And this is where I could say we don't have the best team. Overall wise, it looks great, but we don't have the best team. It's as simple as that. Now, we're 5 in the nation in the preseason rankings, so that's great. And we'll have a big test in a rivalry matchup at home against the Notre Dame Fighting Irish. We get to celebrate our national championship. Everybody, are you kidding me? Right in front of our home fans, ranked 5 in the nation. Notre Dame is unranked, so that is a really tough first matchup. A rivalry game. We have a brand new team. This is a brand new team. Do we have any returning starters? 1 offensive lineman, defensive lineman, and 1 cornerback. A couple, yeah, I don't think we had, and Tuggle, a couple receivers. This is basically a brand new team, just like last year. Welcome to the new era of college football. This game does a great job of replicating that. It truly does. This matchup against Notre Dame, they're 93, 91, and 96. Good thing we have home field advantage. Listen, it always says that. We usually play well against Notre Dame. It's going to be a great game. It's going to be a really tough game. We're 89, 91, and 86. I just hate that they're unranked going into the season, because if we lose, we're dropping way down in the standings, most likely, which is a little frustrating. Now, we'll take a look at the top 25 real quick and just see what we got. You know, obviously, we'll look at that next episode. I'm sure some of you are wondering, though, what the top 25 looks like going into the year. Alabama, number 199 across the board. Michigan, Georgia, Ohio State, Purdue, USC, Florida, Miami, Auburn, Clemson, Nebraska, UCLA, Tennessee, Oklahoma, Duke, Louisville, Penn State, Michigan State, Texas A&M, Oregon, Texas Tech, Iowa State, Ole Miss, BYU, and Colorado. It's nice to be in the top 5, right? It's great to have that ranking. I mean, Alabama's 99 overall. I can see why they're number 1. But taking a look at the Big Ten, I like to see the overalls for each team here in the conference. So taking a look at the overalls here, Michigan 91 overall, Ohio State 94, Purdue 89, USC 92, Nebraska 86, UCLA 84, Penn State 92, Michigan State 79, Oregon 96, Wisconsin 77, Indiana 75, Northwestern 77, Iowa 84, Washington 82, Rutgers 69, Illinois 81, Maryland 74, and Minnesota 77. And that concludes the off-season episode of Year 2. Thank you all for watching this video to the end. If you got some enjoyment, drop a like. It really helps the channel. And subscribe for plenty more sports game content. Football will resume in the Week 1 matchup between the Purdue Boilermakers, ranked 5 in the nation, against unranked rivals, the Notre Dame Fighting Irish, in the next episode. That is going to be a really tough matchup to start the year with this brand new lineup. It's going to be wild, but yeah, it's nice to have a matchup like that to see how ready you are for the rest of the year. I will see you on the next one. As always, have a fantastic day, everybody.